Hi everyone, as you know, my name is Hannah Bowen, but you can all call me Wonder Woman. You might laugh and find this funny, but don't worry, I'm going to tell you why. I've always kind of had this thing for wanting to help people and even animals. My parents probably remember this semi-horrific story of when I was 12 years old. I found a family of mice in my backyard, and I decided that I was going to save them. Now, the fact that I was 12 years old and I knew nothing about mice, that didn't exactly work out for me. But that hasn't stopped me from wanting to fix the world's big issues. I've always had a thing for wanting to get to the root of the problem and help fix it. I wanted to fix the puzzles of life. Starting this program was a huge step for me. Meeting with people who have dealt with trauma that I've never even thought of meant opening up my heart in ways that I hadn't experienced before. And opening your heart comes with risks that nobody tells you about. I felt myself going home frustrated. I was crying and I was upset because I didn't know how to feel, what to do, or what to say to these people that were sharing their intimate details of their life with me. But luckily, I was matched with an amazing mentor, Laura. She helped me come up with some great strategies, and I've started to form this protective-like bubble around myself that has helped me in a lot of situations. Now, about a month ago, I was sitting on the train, the most packed Orange Line train that I've ever seen. And anybody that knows the Orange Line knows that it's pretty much always packed, but this felt special. This felt even more packed. Lucky me. So I managed to get in on the train, get the last seat, and a literal fight starts breaking out on the other side of the train car. And I mean like literal punching each other in the face fight. So in a true Boston fashion, I put my headphones on, I sit down, and I try to ignore it as best as I can. So trying to ignore this fight, and I look over to my left, and there is this 78-year-old woman named Mallory sitting next to me, and she's staring directly at me. There is a fight going on 5 feet away, but she's looking at me. So, of course, I don't know that this woman was actually 78 years old, and I don't know that her name is Mallory, but over the course of this 16-minute train ride, she changed the way that I view the world. So out of respect, I've given her name and age. I was carrying home a bunch of flowers because it was finally spring, and I wanted to decorate my whole apartment. So everybody that knows me knows I love to talk. So this woman's staring at me, I take my headphones out, and I start to talk to her. Our conversation starts off with her complimenting my flowers and telling me how beautiful they are. And it ends 16 minutes later with me giving her the flowers I was holding because she had given me the most thoughtful piece of advice I've ever heard. She told me kindness isn't hard, but sometimes it's hard to find. Mallory, my mentors, and this semester in the city has taught me more real-life lessons than 4 years sitting in a classroom has. I'm a family studies major, and in my classes you hear millions of stats and statistics and facts on poverty, race, gender, anything you can think of. But when you're sitting across the table from a woman who has 3 kids in poverty and she's just trying to make it by, suddenly those stats and statistics don't really matter. It's been a huge stepping stone, considering it's my last semester in college, almost done, thankfully, coming into the city and taking the leap of faith for this program. I feel smarter, excited, and nervous, but I'm confident in my newfound abilities, and I'm ready to go into the future way faster than I thought possible. I'm very lucky to have experienced this, and I'm very lucky to have 20 new friends. And I just wanted to say thank you again to my parents, my mentors, and my teachers for the amazing abilities that I've found. I am Wonder Woman because I can be there for myself, for others, and for the world as a whole, just by showing basic kindness and having compassion. And I hope that you all can take away from my talk to try and move through your lives in the same way. Thank you.